In the years following the devastation of World War II, amid the rising tension of the Cold War, the Soviet Union became a breeding ground for secrecy and science gone too far. Hidden deep within an underground facility, Soviet researchers began an experiment so disturbing it would go on to haunt the internet decades later. The idea was simple and horrifying. Could sleep be completely eliminated using a special stimulant gas? If humans could stay awake indefinitely, the military could create the perfect soldier. Tireless, fearless, unstoppable. The setup. The test subjects were 5 political prisoners. Enemies of the state, condemned men offered a rare deal: participate in the experiment and earn their freedom. They were sealed inside a military-grade gas chamber, a soundproof, windowless room equipped with bunk beds, dried food rations, water, a toilet, and enough books to last 2 weeks. Into the chamber, scientists pumped a new experimental gas, a stimulant designed to keep the men awake for 15 consecutive days. They were monitored via microphones and porthole-sized glass windows. Every movement, every breath, every whisper was recorded. Days 1 through 4. Normalcy. The first 4 days were uneventful. The prisoners adapted quickly, speaking to each other and to the scientists over the intercom. Their conversations remained calm, discussing past regrets, ambitions, even laughing at times. They showed no signs of sleep and minimal signs of stress. The gas appeared to be working, but everything would change as day 5 approached. Day 5 to 6, paranoia. The first sign of trouble was subtle. The subjects began to withdraw. Conversation stopped. One began pacing endlessly. Another sat silently on the floor, staring at the wall. Then came whispers, not to each other, but to the microphones. They confessed increasingly paranoid thoughts. One claimed the others were plotting against him. Another insisted the gas was poison. At one point, a man screamed so loudly and violently that researchers believed he had gone mad. The screaming lasted for 3 straight hours, until it suddenly stopped. Microphones picked up only a wet gurgle. He had torn his own vocal cords. Day 7 to 9, madness. By the 7th day, the chamber fell completely silent. The scientists checked the microphones. They were still working, but the men said nothing. The researchers grew concerned. On day 9, they made a fateful announcement. "We are opening the chamber. Lie flat on the floor or you will be shot." What came next chilled them to the core. One voice, calm and emotionless, responded, "We no longer wish to be freed." Day 10, the door opens. Fearing the worst, the scientists made the decision to breach the chamber. As the gas was flushed out and fresh air pumped in, the scene that greeted them was beyond comprehension. One subject was dead. The others, barely recognizable. Chunks of flesh had been torn from their bodies, some parts stuffed into the drain to block it, causing several inches of blood to pool on the floor. Internal organs were exposed, yet somehow the men were alive. Their eyes were wide open, not in terror, but in hunger. They began to scream, not in fear, but in rage. "Turn the gas back on," one cried. "We need it. We can't sleep." The aftermath. A struggle broke out. One soldier was killed. 2 of the remaining subjects died resisting removal from the chamber. The sole survivor was strapped to a gurney. Despite his mutilated state, he was still conscious. A doctor asked him, "What are you? What have you become?" The man smiled, skin peeled back over broken teeth, and whispered, "Have you forgotten so easily? We are you. We are the madness that lurks within you all, begging to be freed at every moment in your deepest animal mind." Then he fell silent. Forever.